Welcome back to Lethal Garage. Today we got some great Camaro news for you. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Metavet here with Lethal Garage, and today we have a day filled with great Camaro news content. Apologies, some of these items are a day late, and that is because we have welcomed our brand new baby girl Haley into this world. So awesome news for our family, but let's get right into the news after this sponsor. Today's video sponsor is not actually a sponsor. I'm just going to be highlighting them. Check out Fast Tech Performance. If you guys are looking for car parts at great prices, check them out. If the part is not on sale, use discount code LETHAL5 at checkout, save a few bucks. They have just about every part and piece you can want or need for your 5th, 6th gen Camaro. They even got truck stuff too, Corvette stuff. Check them all out, fasttech.com. Before we get into things, make sure to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. As we talk about news pieces, comment what you think. Let me know, post below, and we'll try to incorporate topics or other things that relate to things in the next Camaro news piece. I would even like to add a Q&A section. So if you guys have questions or want to get answered for the next content, just post below. We are back with Camaro news. It's juicy stuff all over the place. Let's get right into it because I know that's why you're here. So 2023 Camaros, a lot of people have been asking about that. What's going on? All the goodness, dealers sitting on orders, etc. So for what we're hearing, the plant has not started production on 2023 models, and if they haven't been building orders that have been submitted by dealers, or they're not orders that are completed, or cars are not completed in shipping. A lot of people and a lot of dealers waiting on allocation, which means the dealership is waiting for the factory to actually allocate specific models of vehicles so that they can submit orders for those models. So basically the plant saying, hey, we have parts and pieces available for LT4 setups, which is the ZL1. So now you can submit an order for a ZL1, and then they divvy those up by dealerships. I don't know how that's all based. Some people say they're based on sales and performance from year prior, etc., etc. But dealerships don't have allocations for 2023s, and we do not have confirmation of 2023s rolling off the line. What we do have confirmation is final 2022 models have been getting their computer chips and being loaded up on trains and trucks and all that stuff, and are getting to people, but I haven't seen anybody getting 2023 ZL1 models or any of the performance models currently. Everyone has been posting in previous videos that their vehicles sitting at RPO codes or production codes that basically have been sitting there for weeks at this point. Rumor has it that production will begin in August for the 2023 models, but as of now, unless someone posts down below that they got their brand new shiny 2023 ZL1 or any other model, 2023 models have not been built, or at least haven't been built and delivered for orders that are out there. Camaro Sales. Now, as we have been living through the crazy pandemic over the last couple years, Camaro sales have been atrocious. As most of you know, last year GM basically didn't even build cars for probably the majority of a half of a year, if not more. And so sales were just atrocious. So now when you're comparing sales this year compared to last year, they're looking really good, but the numbers tell the other story. So Q1 sale did see a 5.3% dip. Keep in mind the first part of last year they were making cars. I believe it was March timeframe that the plants had basically just shut down because of the chip shortages and potentially other part shortages, etc. So Q2 saw a 62.8% increase in sales, which seems massive, but it was only 4,545 cars. So not a ton of cars moving, but they are moving per se, and the sales are still the 2022 models. As you guys know, production usually begins for 2023 models July. You know, they shut the plant down in July, start taking orders, open things up, and deliveries usually start happening September, October time frame. It's a really weird transition, but the pipeline's usually still filled with a ton of the previous year, so 2022 cars. So Q2 and Q3 should see the remainder of 2022 models clearing out the channel. And you'll probably even see those being for sale through early 2023, mid 2023, basic models going across the board. But it's really not anything to write home about here. Also, the Mustang and Challenger are still waxing the floor sales wise. Honestly, the Challenger and the Mustang are more competitively priced, and they're producing more vehicles and have more availability. And I know from the multiple dealers that are near me, I see maybe one, maybe two Camaros on the lot, and they're typically the LT models, nothing to write home about. Actually, I think my dealer has a 2022 SS 1LE. It's like the newer blue color. That's it. That's all they have. They don't have any other models, nothing else. And the car's actually been sitting there for a little bit. They're not even marking it up. So if you guys are interested in 1LE, I don't know if it's an auto or a manual, but it's sitting on the lot as of yesterday at least. So it could still be available today. So sales are not looking great. The big news piece. So you guys may have seen Motortrend share an article. It actually came out on the magazine and then they carried it over online, and it's got people in a craze. I had so many people send me pictures of this. Now, let's just get this out of the way really quick. That is not a picture GM has provided. It is a concept art, probably Motortrend hired someone to do, or a concept rendering someone hired someone to do. It is not a GM drawing. The thing looks like a Charger with Challenger old school Hellcat wheels on it with a four-door kind of bodied Camaro. It is terrible. But the news right now is GM is coming out with a performance sedan and not a coupe that the Camaro was. Now, the big story here is, and no one even knows the true answer here, but GM has a skateboard platform for their Ultanium electric batteries. They have teased and outlined many times in many reveals of their electric EVs that was a Camaro shaped vehicle, but the rumor has it that GM is planning to do a four-door variant of some sort of vehicle. Some think they will carry over the Camaro nameplate just because it's a lot easier to attach the Camaro name or branding to something new than it is to launch an all brand new name. Now, I think it's a bad way to go. I don't think GM should launch a four-door Camaro. It's not in the heritage, it's not in the blood of a Camaro, and don't even try to tell me that launching, excuse me, launching the car in a four-door name in the EV is a good enough reason to do that. It's heresy. It really is. And I truly hope GM does not use the Camaro name for a four-door EV sedan that's a sports sedan. Now, a lot of people can look over at the EV Blazer, which they just launched in an SS variant. I don't think that's a bad thing. The SS variant did carry across multiple different types of vehicles under the GM name multiple times. Some people always felt like the new Blazer kind of had a Camaro-esque feeling. The initial launch one that wasn't an EV very much had a sixth generation Camaro vibe for the interior. Same with some of the design elements on the hood, etc., on the front grille. But the EV variant that they actually just revealed actually looks nothing like a Camaro at all. So interior looks all new, the exterior looks all new, everything is something different. Now, it's not a throwback to the original Blazer, which still has people upset, but it is an EV variant. Now, if GM does decide to push forward a four-door sports coupe sedan, maybe just bringing back the SS sedan would be the best option here. As many of you guys know, the SS sedan was a four-door, had the LS3, really fun car. Actually, those things are worth a lot of money now that people are looking for them. But even the sales of those didn't do great at the time, but it could be something that they launch the car under. I really much, I can't speak. I very much hope they use like an SS moniker rather than a Camaro SS or something like that if it's truly going to be a four-door setup. GM is really looking at the market and how sales are going for the coupe. They're not great. The market is kind of moving to a four-door structure or being able to fit more people. I'm sure they're looking at what Mustang is doing. I know the Blazer EV is very much a response to the Mach-E, where we saw Ford carry over the Mustang name from their two-door coupe to a four-door family sedan, and they had really good reasoning for it, and their sales are showing that it was a good choice. And unfortunately, GM may use that same kind of idea, but not launch it in an SUV, keep it in a 4-door format. I don't like it. I don't like it, GM. Don't do it. Don't call it a Camaro if it's a 4-door. Please, 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 please. I don't care if it looks like a Camaro. Don't make it a 4-door, please. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of this entire debacle? I'm not GM, so I don't know what they're planning, but I'm fairly certain they're gonna come out with a EV performance vehicle. It probably will be 4-door. We don't know what the name will be. Muscle car stamps. So the United States Post Office is rolling out a new series of muscle car stamps. It includes a Camaro. So it's not a 6th generation Camaro, but it's more of a heritage throwback to vintage 60s and 70 vehicles. The Camaro will be seen as the 69 Camaro Z28, and it looks pretty good. I believe it's a green color. I'll throw up some of the images of the different, of the Camaro specifically, but the series is gonna include the Camaro, 69 Ford Mustang Boss 302, 70 Dodge Challenger RT, a 67 Mercury Cougar XR7 GT, and I don't know why this one's in there. Maybe I'm not old enough to think this highly of the AMC Javelin, but it is going to have a 69 AMC Javelin SST in the mix. So these go on sale on August 25th of this year. So if you guys are into muscle cars or stamp collecting, there's going to be something Camaro to collect. So that's pretty cool in a sense. So following up last news video piece, we highlighted the new Camaro Lego, the 69 Camaro. There's a little bit more details around that. At least I was able to dig up from the initial information I was able to pull through. But it is a Lego Technic exclusive. It's gonna be $169.99. That's expensive for just some plastic molded pieces, but hey, you know, they got to pay their trademark usage and all that stuff. So maybe some people don't care about that price. Like, I don't know, almost 200 bucks for a Lego. That's getting up there. But it is going to be a kit that's offered in a coupe or a convertible, so you can build it each way you want. It looks like the convertible top just pulls off, or the coupe top pulls off to make it a convertible. And you can choose different stripe package options. So there's silver, red, and white within the kit, so you can customize the car to your liking. I believe you can even do it without stripes. Maybe wrong, I didn't see any details around that, but at least there is some details there. Again, kind of a cool item if you're into that kind of stuff, and cool to see Camaro coming out with more cool things for collectors to snag, or even just to have your kids play with. But 160, 170 bucks for a toy for kids, that's getting up there. Getting up there. So that is this week's Camaro news. Let me know what you guys think. Post down below. I do thank you guys for checking these out. Again, I think this format's working. Let me know below if you like this kind of format and news, chunky content, and we'll just keep gathering news as it comes out and share it with you as we have details. So we're going to be holding our breath on what GM's planning to do for the 6th generation Camaro and the end of it. We'll keep you posted on production when cars start coming off the line, and also this information about a potential performance EV, and if GM uses the Camaro name, we will 100% be on top of that as soon as we get more details. So as always, thanks for checking it out. Hit that subscribe button, and until next time, guys, I'll see you on the road.